Good morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're at. So I'm here because I need to get some reading done. I have some books I need to get read for the Ever After Readathon, and I'm trying to get through them. So this was my goal today, is to read to try and catch up on some books that I need to get through for the EverAfterathon. But let me know what you guys are reading in the comments. And I'm actually reading two books right now. I'm reading an audiobook and I'm reading a Kindle book. And the Kindle book is actually an advanced reader copy of The Duke's Dream by Giovanna Siniscalchi. And I read a novella by her, and I was really I really enjoyed it. It had what is it called? Like music. She was musically inclined, and this one is a ballerina and a duke. So I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. I haven't read any ballerina historical romances. I don't even think I've read any books that have ballerinas in it that I can recall. Um, so I'm definitely excited about this. I am only about, I think, 10% in maybe of a Duke Stream, and I'm enjoying it already. So it's a good start. And then my audiobook is one I'm actually reading with Terry. And this one is In Like Flynn by Lauren Smith. And this is the second one in the series. The first one is No Rest for the Wicked, as you can see, which beautiful cover. I loved this one, so I wanted to read the second one. And then I'm reading this one, which she just has such pretty covers. I don't know, just so pretty. Okay. But those are the two books that I'm trying to get through this round. Or this round of reading sprint. But I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to do a 45-minute to get a lot of reading done, hopefully. Hey, Megan. Oh, no, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. So I have to start work soon, but work's slow in bed. Okay, well, that's good that at least you're home, because I know it's no fun being at work and not feeling well. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. And let's see. I'm just gonna go straight into sprints because, like I said, I'm really trying to get through books. But I think on our next little check-in, I ended up going to a bookstore, and it's 2 hours. I went to Barnes and Noble. It's 2 hours from where I live. That's the closest Barnes and Noble to me. And so I picked up a few books, and I'll share those during our next little check-in. But I gotta gather them together. And I didn't do that before I started. So we'll go into a reading sprint. We'll read for about 45 minutes, and then I'll come show you those books and we'll check in with each other. Yeah. So let me actually go ahead and present that. Our little timer. I just did it's a little kitty timer, the study timer. And I'll go ahead and mute, and then sprints are good. Oh, yay. Mary says, hi, loved In Like Flynn, currently reading Back to the Titanic by, is that I.D. Johnson? I have not heard of that one. Mary, let me know how you're liking Back to the Titanic, though. I'm so glad, though, that, Mary, you liked In Like Flynn. I feel like everybody I've talked to is either read it and enjoyed it, or they're currently reading it. Like Terry's currently reading it and she's currently enjoying it. So it makes me so happy. Like I said, I loved No Rest for the Wicked. So I'm excited about In Like Flynn. All right. So I'll mute now. Sorry, guys. Happy reading. Hey, welcome back, everyone. So, what did your reading, or how did your reading go? I got to chapter 4 in the Duke's Dream by Giovanna Siniskalki, and I actually really enjoy it. So I can't wait to read or finish that one. But it's like, so like there's like a Duke, obviously Duke's Dream, and he has a dream about like a sprite or a fairy, and then he goes to like, he's like a, what is it called, like a donator for the ballerina, or for like the show, the Covent Garden show for ballerinas, and he sees her, and it's like from his dreams, like, so he's like, oh my goodness, like he's like, this woman can't be real because she's in my dreams as like a fairy, but then in real life he sees her and he's like, oh my goodness. And I think it's like he's got to have her, sort of thing. So it's definitely fun so far. I'm enjoying it. Mary says, interesting. Okay, she's talking about Titanic, or Back to the Titanic. She's on a cruise on Titanic 2, has an accident, and wakes up on the original of the Titanic. What an interesting premise, Mary. How wild is that one? Megan says, hey, no reading, but getting work done. I mean, that's good too. Productivity, right? Also, if you guys saw me getting up in the middle of this, I literally, so we've had a raccoon in like our like roof, and so they were coming to check it out to see like what they're gonna do about getting this raccoon, because he might be building a nest and making a little home in our roof. So yay. Megan says, but I've been reading Austen at Sea, historical fiction about some Americans who are writing to Jane Austen's last surviving brother or sibling, and he invites them to England to see something. How cool is that? Oh yeah, you said historical fiction. I'll have to check that one out. I do love some historical fiction of Jane Austen's personal collection, but we don't know what it is yet. Ooh, how neat. Mary says, maximizing my readathon points. That's awesome. Because I guess it would be considered time travel, right, Mary? I would think so. She does travel back to the Titanic. I don't know. I don't think this one will maximize our points too much. I think it'll work obviously for romance, historical romance. And then I think it can be considered probably another team's trope, but I don't think it has our trope, unless we maybe could count it depending on how it works out as soulmates, because he sees her in a dream. I don't know. I'll have to ask Crystal on that one. But yeah, I'm actually going to show you guys what I got for or from Barnes and Noble. And actually, not only Barnes and Noble, but from Books a Million. Because on Mother's Day, my husband took me to Books a Million to get a few books for Mother's Day, because that's what I love to do. And then yesterday, I actually went with a friend. We drove to a city about 2 hours away from where we live, and that's the closest Barnes and Noble. So I picked up a few books because I just couldn't resist, because I was in a Barnes and Noble and it had been months. Actually, it'd been probably over a year, but yeah. Mary says, yes, time travel historical romance. Okay, yeah, perfect. Go, Mary, get those team points for us. How are you liking In Like Flynn, Tara? I think I'm like 10% in, and I'm loving it so far. I don't think they've met yet in the book so far. But I already like, what is her name? The character. I already like Brianna, like her story, and like how her dad saves her. I'm like, oh, in the very beginning of the book, I was like, oh my goodness. And then it was so fun. Terry also mentioned that, like, how Lauren Smith sets up books, and like it's so adventurous, or like starts with like a bang because there's like a chase in the beginning, and so I can't wait to like just go further into it. But usually I want to listen to an audiobook when I'm doing things, so that's why I'm reading physically while I'm on sprints, and then I'm going to get into this as I like maybe do some chores today. This past Saturday, I went to a used bookstore gift card and got a sprayed edge copy of The Spell Shop, and a historical mystery called The Murder of Mr. Wickham. Jane Austen meets Agatha Christie. Oh my goodness, The Murder of Mr. Wickham. That sounds right up my alley. I would probably love something like that. And then I haven't read The Spell Shop, but I have seen it, and the sprayed edges are so pretty. Ours, I think, are only purple. I wonder if yours are any different, because I know you're in Canada. It might be different sprayed edges. But I've only heard a little bit about The Spell Shop. Is that like a fantasy, or is it fantasy romance? Yes, I loved In Like Flynn. I listened to the audio and it was great dual narrators. Yes, I'm loving the audio so far. But let me show you what I got before I go too far. So this is actually what I picked up from Barnes & Noble yesterday. And the first one is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. And this one just looked really cute, baking. And I believe B really enjoys Sarah Adams, so I wanted to give her like a go. Yeah, and it says, opposites certainly attract for a stranded pop star and a small town baker in this charming slice of romance from Sarah Adams. So this one seems cute. I definitely love an opposites attract, and I can't wait, because I do like when like there's like some sort of food business or baking involved. It's just fun to read. Apparently, I just like reading about food. So, and then the next one I got actually has been on it was like an anticipated list from like, I don't know, 2022, 2023. But that one is The Key to My Heart by Leah Lewis. And this one is because I really liked, I think it was 8 Perfect Hours I read by her. I was trying to look for it, but I'm pretty sure it's 8 Perfect Hours. Yes. I read this one by her, absolutely loved it. So I wanted to give this one a go. And this one is, it says, sparkling, charming Natalie Fincher has it all: a handsome new husband, a fixer-upper cottage of her dreams, and the opportunity to tour with the musical she spent years writing. But when her husband suddenly dies, all her hopes and dreams instantly disappear. 2.5 years later, Natalie is still lost. She works, sleeps when the village of foxes aren't howling, and sees friends just often enough to allay their worries. But her life is empty. She's lost motivation and faith in love and happiness in everything. But when someone begins to leave mysterious messages for Natalie at the local train station's piano, where she plays, she begins to feel a sense of hope and excitement for the first time since her husband's death. Before long, she finds herself on an unexpected journey toward newfound love for herself, for life, and maybe for a special someone. So this one is obviously like love after loss, and it's definitely going to be emotional, but it just sounds so good. And I just loved how Leah Lewis wrote 8 Perfect Hours, so I wanted to give this one a go. And then Megan says, oh, The Spell Shop is lovely. Purple Sprayed is just here too. Okay. It's a cozy fantasy. Okay, I'll have to try it. I think I've read like The Honey Witch, which is like maybe a cozy fantasy. Maybe not. A librarian with a magical plant sidekick escapes a revolt in the capital and goes to her small coastal hometown to hide. Ooh, that does sound fun. She finds friendship and love along the way. Oh, wow, that does sound really cute. Oh, Leah Lewis book sounds good. Right. I know I'm going to cry, but it does sound really good. And then the last one I actually got was because Becky over Bex Reads, she mentioned this book and really enjoying it, Someone You Can Build a Nest In. And it's definitely not something I normally read, but it sounds so good. It says, Shi Shen has made a mistake, fatal to all monsters. She's fallen in love. So this one is like she's a shapeshifter and then she falls in love um, with like I think it's Sapphic too, if I remember correctly. It says Shishi Shen is a shapeshifter who happily resides as an amorphous lump at the bottom of a ruined manor. When her rest is interrupted by impolite monster hunters, she constructs a body from the remains of past meals, a metal chain for a backbone, borrowed bones for limbs, and a bear trap as an extra mouth. Badly hurt by the hunters, Shishishen's nursed back to health by Homily, a warm-hearted human. Homily is kind and would make a great co-parent, an ideal place to lay Shishishen's eggs so their young can devour Homily from the inside out. But as they grow close, Shishishin realizes that eating her girlfriend isn't an option. Just as Shishishin's about to confess her identity, Homily reveals something else. She's hunting a shape-shifting monster that supposedly oh, I think my internet. Okay. Why Homily's family twisted I cannot read. Sorry guys. So now she has to figure out why Homily's twisted family thinks she did. As Shishishin's hunt for the monster becomes increasingly deadly, the bigger challenge remains, learning how to build a life with rather than in the woman she loves. So that sounds like so much fun. Hey, Catherine. Good morning, everyone. I'm currently at work, but I'm hoping to squeeze in some reading during these sprints. Oh, I'm just glad you're here, Catherine. Hi, Catherine. I'm working too during sprints. I'm just glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining me. So that one seemed really good. And Becky over at Bex Reads, she enjoyed it. So I can't wait to get to it. It seems like a unique one. And then I picked up 3 for Mother's Day. The first one is Because of Crystal, but it's a really pretty edition of Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And I have not read this classic and I want to. And this one just, I mean, look at it. It's so pretty. I couldn't resist. It's like an illustrated, I don't think it's an illustrated edition, but it's definitely the cover art is really pretty. So I couldn't resist on that one. And I definitely wanted to give Jane Eyre a try because I know Crystal really, really enjoys it at Books Forever After. So I got that one. And then I also got a novel love story by Ashley Poston. And that's because we are going to be doing a read along. So you guys know the Abby Jimenez read along we've done and it's completed. Now we're going to go on to Ashley Poston and we're going to do her books. And I had 2 of them, but I didn't have this one. And then I don't have her new one, but it's not out yet. So I can't purchase it. I guess I could pre-order it, but while I was there, I picked up this one and it says Love is Stranger Than Fiction. I feel like this one is this the one that's like magical realism or like time travel? So this one says Eileen Elsie Mother loves to get lost in a good happily ever after, the fictional kind anyway, because at least imaginary men don't leave you at the altar. Ooh. She feels safe in stories, at home in books, which might be why she's so set on going to her book club's annual retreat this year. She needs good friends, cheap wine, and grand romantic gestures no matter what. When her car unexpectedly breaks down on the way, she finds herself stranded in a quaint town that seems like it's right of a novel. Because it is. Oh my goodness, that sounds so cool. This place can't be real, and yet she's here in Alora Town, the town from her favorite romance series, where the candy store's honey taffy is always sweet, the local bar's burgers are always a little burnt, and rain always comes in the afternoon. It feels like home. It's perfect and perfectly frozen, trapped in the late author's last unfinished story. Elsie is sure that must be why she's here, to help bring the town its storybook ending. Except there's a character in Alora Town whom she can't place, a grumpy bookstore owner with mint green eyes, an irritatingly sexy mouth, and impeccable taste in novels. And he does not want her finishing this book, which is a problem because Elsie's beginning to think the town's happily ever after just might be intertwined with her own. Oh my goodness, this one sounds so good. I didn't even realize. Ready for that one. Ready for the read along for that one already. Catherine saying hi. Megan says, cool edition. I didn't like Jane Eyre. Oh, okay. But I don't think I understood Gothic at the time, which I don't think is for me. Gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely one I wanted to try out of the classics. The Spell Shop is such a cute, cozy fantasy. Okay, I'm going to have to give that one a go. My TBR just keeps growing. When in Rome is adorable. Okay, that makes me so happy. I can't wait to read that one too. And then the last one, yes, the last one I got is literally, look at these sprayed edges. They're just so cute. But it's Arrogant Devil by R.S. Gray. And this one says, a sexy rom-com. Witty banter and slow burn romance collide in the best-selling Enemies to Lovers romance from rom-com queen R.S. Gray. So I definitely, oh my goodness, I enjoyed R.S. Gray like back when I first started getting back into romance reading. And I wanted to give her a new novel a try because there's a doctor one. Let me look it up, but I loved it so much and I wanted to try it. Let me see. Let me look at my Goodreads because I want to know. Because I want you guys to know. See if you guys have read it and enjoyed it too. Oh, it was Hot Shot. Was it Hot Shot, Doc? It reminded me a bit of like Grey's Anatomy, and so I was like, yes. And if you enjoy Grey's Anatomy, you'll probably like Hot Shot, Doc. But it looked like you can see it. That's it, and that's what I read of hers. And then I also read Not So Nice Guy, but that one is about a teacher. And I realized that if it's not real, because I am a teacher, it bugs me. So I didn't like that one as much, but I did love Hot Shot Doc because it reminded me of Grey's Anatomy. So I got this one to try out. So that is why. Megan said, oh, I wasn't going to join the Ashley Poston read along, but now that book sounds so cool. Right? Oh, sorry, Megan. LOL. I haven't even finished reading the Abby Jimenez books. That's okay. Finish at your own pace, Megan. It's okay. I hope you enjoy them, though, as you read them. I enjoyed most of them. I really enjoyed them all. But definitely some more than others. And then I was going to ask you guys, so B ended up, what did she end up telling me? Oh, she told me to go get Bengal Spice by Celestial Seasonings. My curiosity, though, because I haven't tried tea and I'm going to do my like tea sampling over the summer. What do I put in? Do I just put in honey into this tea? I just want to make it so it tastes like delicious. I did. I got tea, Megan. Are you proud of me? About time, right? Oh my goodness. Yes, but I got Bengal Spice because I know that's what B really enjoys. And so I was like, what do I add to it though? Because I definitely want to make it and try it and like go on my tea journey. Also because look at what my mother-in-law got me. It's like a bookish tea kettle. Is that not the cutest thing? It's mostly classics. It's like Oliver Twist, Tom Sawyer, Macbeth. Trying to think. George Orwell. So it's like classic ones, Wonderland. But it has little books, and I thought that was just so cute. And then it says Once Upon a Tea Time. So that's what she got me, and I thought it was adorable. So I have to be in my tea era. Megan says, try it plain first. Okay. And then try a teaspoon of honey at a time if you want it sweeter. Okay, good to know. All right. And then, hi, I'm curling my hair in advance for my life. Oh, I forgot. Yours is at 2 today, right? Am I right? I hope I'm right. It's such a cute teapot. Thank you. I can't. She got it. She found it like I think at like a thrift store, and she was like, "This is so adorable. I got to get it for you." How cute. Thanks, Mary. Morning, Kristen. Nice. Yes, definitely nice mom-in-law for sure. Oh, that's an adorable teapot. Thank you. 2 Eastern. Okay, that's right. Yes, you're on Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time. I always get those confused. You'd think I'd know, but I don't. All right. So I guess we can get back into some more sprints. I was going to do another 45 minutes. Unless those of you who are like just coming in or joining us, you want to let us know or let me know what you're reading. I'd love to hear from you all, but I think I'm going to do, another 45 minutes of reading so we can really knock some out and hopefully get some points for your teams if you're doing the EverAfterathon. Hopefully you are. It's been so fun. Also, have you guys done your mood board? I haven't done my mood board. I can't decide what book I'm going to do. It literally is a toss-up between these 2 historical romances because I really loved Love in the Afternoon, but then I really enjoyed First Comes Scandal. So like I'm going to do a mood board on one of these 2. I can't decide. Then I also read, I forgot. I think I read this one. Did I read this one last month or this month? I might do a mood board on this one because I loved it as well. So many options. We spend more time in daylight than standard, so shrugging that. Fair. You're right. I'm reading The Outlaw Viking by Sandra Hill, Time Traveling. Ooh, that sounds interesting, Sock. I vote you do a mood board for First Comes Scandal. Okay. It was such a good Friends to Lovers one. I did really enjoy it. I haven't decided which book I'm going to do a mood board for either. I might just do a few because I've been decisive. Right? I literally have 3. This is why I threw it out to you guys. Like, tell me which one I should do. Yes. Did you like Finley Donovan? I loved Finley Donovan. It was a 5-star read for me. All the new one is still sitting in my Audible. Still. Oh, Kristen, I didn't think, I thought it was going to be like, I'm a one and done type of series, but now I have to go because that ending, I was like, oh my goodness, this author got me. I did Baby's first mood board this morning. Did I read that right? Hopefully. Did you put it in the Discord? Because I want to see it. Oh, the Finley Donovan book. It's a mystery, right? I've heard about it from mystery. Yeah, it is a mystery. It's funny because she's like an author. And then she goes to like pitch her new book to, I want to say like her editor and manager, editor, one of those 2. And somebody hears the plot of it. And then they give her a note like, hey, I need you to like off my husband for this amount of money. He's a really bad guy. And it's not safe for me. So I need you to get him. It's because she thinks based off that pitch that Finley is a contract killer. But really, she is a recently divorced mom, single mom, trying to like get through life. There's a lot of things going on. And it just seems like everything is falling apart. And then she has like kind of this opportunity to get a lot of money because the dad is a piece of work. And he's like threatening custody of the kids. And so she's like, well, I need a big lump of sum of money. Am I going to do this? And the hijinks and chaos goes from there. I definitely enjoyed it. Uh, five star for me. Definitely, I would say like a cozy mystery. I think that's correct. You guys let me know. I think it is. I guess I'm not into, I don't read enough mystery to know, but I think it is cozy mystery. Love the Finley Donovan series. It is in Discord. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go check it out, Sock. On our next sprint, I'm going to go look. Vero is yes, I did love Vero. Awesome side character, and the mom is hilarious. Yep. And of course, the detective was a hottie. He was a hottie. And then I like the bartender too. Oh, well, I definitely need to put Finley Donovan on my TBR. Yeah, the never-ending TBRs. I feel like any like live show or YouTube video or a reading sprint that I go to, my TBR just grows. All right. Oh, one more comment. Hey, Catherine, cozy mystery adjacent. Okay. Not the most classic cozy mystery setup, but still a cozy fun time. Okay. Good to know. So I'm going to go ahead and share our timer. Like I said, I'm going to do 45 minutes because I'm really trying to get some good reading done. There, I shared it. And then I'll go ahead and mute myself, but happy reading, y'all. I'll see you in 45. everyone. Hopefully your reading went well. I listened to some audio of In Like Flynn. I only got a few minutes into that, and then I was like, I need to read. Like my Kindle copy. Because I know for me, audio, I have to be moving. I have to be doing something like chores or cooking or something, laundry, But I'm definitely enjoying both stories. And like neither of them I want to put down. So it's a conundrum. Hey, Emily. Hey, everyone. Not reading today, but working. I'll be here in the chat during breaks. Awesome. Yep. Megan's working during sprints too. Hey, Megan. Awesome. Benefits of working from home. That's true. Hey, Deborah. Hello, friends. Here and doing work today too. Prepping for a festival next month and doing some scholarship certificates. Had to save my reading for later. Well, you got to work first, I guess, and then reading. Worked, but was inspired to pick up the next Finley Donovan book that I'm on. Finley Donovan rolls the dice, trying to fight off a slump. So I'm mood reading at the moment to keep it at bay. That's good, Catherine. I definitely, sometimes when I do readathons, I get in a slump. So I definitely feel you on that one. I have to try the second Finley Donovan. Is Roll the Dice the second one, or is that one just her most recent? Kristen, I'm so close to getting to the halfway point to Stormy Persuasion by Joanna Lindsay. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Are you liking it, Kristen? Also started making TBRs for some readathons I'm doing next month. The Amazing Readathon and the Wonderathon, both competitive readathons because I cannot be chill about readathons at all. And that's funny, Catherine. I have heard about the Amazing Readathon. I've never joined it, but I do know that one is competitive. And I've never heard of the Wonderathon. Is that like the book Wonder, or is it just something different and I'm completely wrong? Let me know. Thornwick, I knit while listening. I wish I could knit. I would like to teach myself either like knitting or crocheting, because like I have to be doing something with my hands to be listening to an audiobook. It's just whether I'm going on a walk, I don't know what it is. Emily, yeah, I agree with you. For audio, I still like to be doing something. Okay, I'm not alone. Yay. Me too. If I just listened, I'm going to follow right. Got some lunch, pulled chicken sandwiches with a side salad. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm actually going to be wrapping up our sprints because I am going to go get some lunch with my boys. We're going to go get something to eat because they've been coming up and they're like, are we going? I'm hungry. We are all on summer break and ready for lunch. I'm at a halfway point in The Tide Turns by Rachel Ruckert. I haven't heard of that one. Catherine. Okay, so it's book 4, Roll the Dice of the Finley Donovan series. Okay. I definitely need to look up the series order so I can maybe check out the second one from the library. Honestly, I've been bored with both. They're good. I think I'm just not wanting to read historical romance anymore. Fair. Have you been reading a lot this month because of the EverAfterathon? I definitely get burnt out of like when I read too many genres back to back or the same genre back to back. So I feel that. Catherine says, Wonderathon is a battle-inspired readathon. Oh, the year is medieval England inspired. Wow, that's pretty cool. I hadn't heard of that one. Who puts that one on? Emily says, I crochet. I taught myself off YouTube. How awesome are you? I'm currently working on a baby blanket for my nephew. How sweet is that? But the fun will only be paused, for Abby G and I will be hosting sprints in less than an hour. I'll have to join them. I'll have to be in the comments, cheer you guys on. I finally can now that I'm on break. I've got a pile of thrillers and nonfiction I'll be reading come May 26th. There you go. You got to switch it up, right? I notice. And then, like, if I don't read, like, if I read back to back historical romances or I read like back to back contemporary or whatever it might be, then I realize like they either all kind of blend together and then everything becomes meh and there just isn't like a standout. And when I notice that's happening, like, I definitely have to like veer off and like try something else, whether that's a historical fiction, because I do love historical fictions, sometimes mystery, sometimes thriller, just definitely something to break up like monotony sometimes in my reading. So definitely feel you guys on that one. Right now, I'm just reading two really good historical romances, but they are very different because one is she's a ballerina and it's going to be class difference, um, as well as probably forbidden. And then the other one is a pirate romance. So I feel like they're different enough that they won't like mesh in my head or blend in my head together. Because sometimes that happens too. If the historical romances are too similar, and I'm like, oh, I'm like mixing them up in my head, and I'm like, oh, you've got to you got to stop doing that because you know. Oh my goodness. Well, I did end up getting to chapter 5, almost to chapter 6. So I read about a chapter for my sprints, and then I also listened to the audio. I got about like another 5% down. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to say goodbye to you all. I'm going to go eat some lunch, and then hopefully I'll be in the comments for Sock's live show. But thank you guys so much for joining me and, reading along with me, trying to get some reading done for the EverAfterathon. And I will just talk to you all later. Oh, you're welcome, Emily. Oh, of course. Thanks for coming, Kristen. Thanks for coming, Sock. Thanks, Catherine. Oh, okay. So it's hosted by Lizzie's Literary Life, and that's the Wonderathon. Okay, I'm going to go look that up because I'm curious. Have a lovely day. You too, Deborah. Thanks for Spencer. Of course, guys. Bye.